Are you a superhero to your kid?
Absolutely.
Not when your boss is in the room. What's best for your kids is to put your money into something, distress, go through all of it, so when your child becomes a man, he doesn't have to work for nobody.
Right, well, that's the
you
whole
can
thing.
just pass it to him. Can another man say you're fired?
Absolutely.
No one can tell me that. That's priceless. Do you think your son enjoys you calling somebody else a boss? Don't you think your son would rather wake up with you and you could pick him up from school instead of having to do a 9 to 5? Don't you think your son would love if his name was up there? I taught my son never to have a boss. He's 23. He owns a restaurant. He has cookies. He has equity. He busts his ass so he can pass it on to his son. If that's not what you're hustling for, you're selfish. You keep saying I'm worried about my kids. You worried about you. My kids, you enjoy the safety and the security of a job every day. But there's no pride in that to me. But when you do something that's for yourself and your family, it never feels like work. I hustle for my last name. I don't hustle for my first.
Because when you're in pursuit of perfection, all your moves should be premeditated. Don't let nothing surprise you. Anticipate it. You gotta put thought into this shit, nigga, if you wanna reach greatness, you know what I mean? If you wanna do something special, if you wanna do something unique, or you could go out there blindfolded like 99% of these motherfuckers do and just wish or hope you get lucky. Fuck luck. Ain't no luck. You know what I'm saying? All muscle, all hustle.
I don't know who needed to hear this, but once you release the things that no longer serve you and you create space in your life, then you created room for all your blessings to come in. You know what I'm saying?
I say you gotta have tunnel vision. One thing, things might be not going right for you today because you know it's the end of the light. Like you gotta think about 4 months from now. So all your moves, they can't see your moves right away. You know what I'm saying? Just wait for your time to come back around and just keep working. Just keep doing you. Like stay doing you no matter what, good or bad. It's working.
Nothing should be able to stop you. So when I see people talking shit about me, it only make me get up twice as hard as I would have got up if I ain't had nobody going against me. I kind of feed off of it. It's a war, you know what I'm saying? It ain't for the soft people. You gotta have tough skin for it. But even through any rap shit, when they try to burn me down, tell me I was losing, I stood still tall. I walked through the storm while it's raining, helling, there's fire coming out the sky.
Still balling.
Walking, we ain't gonna run, we ain't gonna panic, we ain't gonna run out of breath. As soon as the sun cleared back up, we shining. Just to walk through the storm. That's just how you gotta play. You know what I mean? That's what we live by, and that's what we was born into. We was born in this life as losers, starting off in the back, and we don't mind being behind, but we gonna win. We always gonna win. If you in a bad position, you feel like you can't win, stay strong, stand up, keep your chin up, and walk. Don't panic. Never panic.
You notice the people that tell you you're doing too much are the people that are doing nothing?
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I mean? The ones that are in the sidelines saying what you... And again, that's that thing about dreaming and someone fucking trying to fuck your dream up with that visual of you winning by actually putting that in your brain that you could potentially be doing too much when that wasn't even in your thought process at all.
Yeah, exactly.
But obviously it's something that stuck out. You understand what I'm saying? It's something you had to think it through.
A weak-minded individual, those things can fuck with you. Like if
that's the test.
Tell you can't do it, or you're doing too much, and if you weak and you start feeding into that shit, and then you slow down what you're doing, that's gonna fuck everything you got going.
It's 1,000,001 excuses for a nigga not to get it. If you a nigga looking for excuses, you'll always be able to find them. But over here, that shit is unacceptable. We gonna win. We gonna get it.
I want more. I'm not cool with this just being this. I'm not cool with routine. I want more. I always knew in my life, I always knew it was gonna be something. I knew. It was nothing that I ever was like, man, I know that. I was never.
If you have a dream and you're fighting for it and you're around someone that doesn't, all they're gonna do is distract you. They have nothing to talk to you about. What are they gonna talk to you about that's gonna help your dream? All they will do is talk to you about things that will distract you because they have nothing to talk about that they're fighting for. So you have to have a collective of people that are dreaming and fighting for a war, or else they're going to distract you from the war.
I don't expect nothing to go the way I planned it. I anticipate any shortcomings or anything that could happen. So if they do, I deal with them like I was prepared for them. I deal with them like they was a part of the plan. You see, if you expect anything to go any way you planned on it, nigga, don't be shocked if it don't. Be ready. We finna make it happen either way. Either way it go, we finna make it happen. That's the mindset. I don't give a, either way it go. I may have thought it was gonna take an hour and it took a week. I don't give a fuck, as long as the end result is I got it done. That's it. Scratch that off the bucket list. We moving on to the next one.
I'm in my own lane and I hog it. I give the utmost respect, but I demand mine.
I heard that.
And you don't have to give it to me. And if you don't, I'm not going to be confrontational with you. I'm going to politely vacate the premises. Let the clown have the circus.
God put something inside of you. If he put it inside of you, it's there for a reason. It will manifest. It will come out. Your only job is to get it out of you, right? It's got to go from being inside to outside. And you got to keep working on that until you do it. And no shortcuts. We don't want shortcuts. Take your season, take your time, take your steps. I told another girl this a couple weeks ago. We were in Atlanta and she said, I've been working for a long time. I've been working for years and nothing ain't happened. I'm ready for it now. I want to skip some steps. Like I'm tired. I'm ready. And I said, but when you skip those steps, right? So when somebody building foundation, if they skip a step, what's going to happen to the house when you get it?
It will fall.
Honey, it's going to crumble, right? So I don't mind. You know, it took over 20 years for me to get here. I built a foundation for over 20 years. Look how big my house is. And it's sturdy. Honey, it's strong. Honey, this house got windows. Honey, it's very good. and I can add on to it whenever I feel like it.
Yeah.
So take your time. Enjoy your waiting season.
That's what a lot of people don't understand. It only, for you to be considered great, it only takes for you to win once. You could lose 10 years in a row and you hit that right jug. Bam! That shit changed the goddamn game. And guess what? They gonna bow down. So I don't care how rough it's been on you, all you gotta do is hit once. Pull off that one thing in the back of your mind, you cut off, and guess what? They gon', oh, he a born winner, he did. Yeah, you the same one. Yeah, all you gotta do is hit it once. So you can't give up on that one thing. You gotta have one thing you don't quit on. You better have one thing you'll never quit on, bro. You gotta have one thing that you gonna motherfucking fight for.